but we're out here anyway, ready to go. All right. Hey, we got some familiar faces on here. We'll make it fun again today, make it nice and interactive. For those of you who were here last week, we did a couple. We're obviously going to work on a little bit of stick work to get us going. And then we're going to get into some shooting mechanics. Now, before I talk a little bit about that, shooting mechanics is really good for everybody on the field to be able to work on. So no matter what position you play or you like to play, whether we're shooting at a cage or we're shooting at a pitchback or we're working on just the form of it without a ball, anywhere that we are, it's super important to work on because we're working on getting our arms off of our body, thinking about where our elbows need to be, where our shoulders need to be, what our hips are doing, okay, keeping our eyes up as we're doing all these motions. Ultimately thinking about what each part of our body does while we're shooting, while we're passing, while we're playing lacrosse. So super, super important for no matter what position we play out on the field. And I'm really excited to get into it for you guys. All right. So let's get started. So for those of you who have a bounce back, awesome. For those of you who have a partner, awesome. For those of you who don't have anything, just like usual, you can work on it with a ball in your stick, kind of just work on the motion. And then anytime we throw, you can just do a little ball fake, or you can work on without a ball if you don't have any. Okay, we make it work with it, no matter the resources. So we're gonna start with, we're gonna do 15 reps with our right hand and 15 reps with our left hand. We're gonna do one hand on our stick. Okay, our top hand a little bit higher than the middle, making sure our arm is off our body, working on snapping our top wrist. That's gonna become super important when we start to talk about our shooting mechanics later on in the session. So 15 righty, 15 lefty. Make sure that our opposite foot is forward, even if we're just standing there without a ball. So if we're on our right hand, make sure our left foot is forward, snapping it through. Okay, you're gonna get 15 passes righty, 15 passes lefty. Try and catch it with one hand too. Good work, girls. There you go. When we get to that left hand, make sure our right foot is forward. If we don't have a ball, if we're indoors, still make sure we're getting the full motion. So we shouldn't be out in front of our face, just letting our wrist go. In between each one, reach back like you're throwing a football or a baseball. Really open up that shoulder. Get that elbow nice and big. Good, Sophia. Nice job, Riley. Good work, girls. Really, if it feels over-exaggerated, that's best, right? We really want to open up that shoulder. Once you get 15 and 15, come on back to the screen. Awesome job. All right. Okay, now what we're gonna do, okay, it's important, we worked on this in the beginning, the very first session, I believe, when we did just stick work. We are gonna talk a little bit about what our top hand does and a little bit about what our bottom hand does. Now, both of them are really, really important when we go to shoot and when we go to pass. A lot of our accuracy and a lot of the snap, okay, so if you wanna get more power, if you wanna get more snap on either a shot or a pass, that actually comes from our bottom hand here, not necessarily our top hand. So what we wanna focus on, we want to be able to obviously control with our top hand. That's why we did that one-armed pass. Now we're going to do a one-handed ball fake, okay? So a one-handed ball fake is actually going to be done with our bottom hand, all right? You're going to do exactly what I just did. So you are going to start in two hands. You're going to let go with the top hand of your stick, and you're going to ball fake all the way out in front of you like this with one hand on the bottom of the stick, and then bring it back up. Step and throw, okay? Ball fake out like this. You should feel your wrist go over like that, like a little motion, okay? Like a little motorcycle rev. It turns over like that. Let go with your top hand, all the way out, bring it back. You should feel the burn in your wrist and your forearm a little bit. Working on that motion there. We're gonna do 15 righty, 15 lefty. Working on just the bottom hand. Step through with it. Sell it out. Twist that wrist over. Nice work, girls. Really get it out there, all the way out in front. Extend that arm. Challenge yourself to get it all the way out in front. Nice job, Lola. That's okay, Gretchen. That was right. Keep trying it. Good job. Nice, Riley. Good, girls. Punch that hand all the way out. Turn your wrist all the way over, like you're handing someone something. Just like that. Good, Izzy. Nice, McKenna. What's up, Olivia and Violet? Good job. Nice work, girls. Feel the burn in the wrist a little bit. We should feel that burn so that we can use it to snap. Good, Sophia. There you go. 15 and 15. Nice job, Eve. Okay, girls. So I want you girls to, once you're done, I want you to type in the chat for me, to everybody. I want you to type in the chat which one, which hand that was harder in. Your strong hand or your weak hand? The one-handed ball fake. So if this stick is in my right hand here, say it like that. You would end up doing it with your left hand. That makes sense. Harder with our strong, strong, weak, a little bit of both. Weak, weak, strong, strong, strong. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so we're a little bit of a mixed answer, which is great, okay, which means that we just want to work on both of our bottom rests, okay? A lot of times what you'll see is that, so for me, I'm a lefty, okay? So my strong hand is my left hand. So for me, it's easier to do this with my strong hand, even though the bottom hand is my weak hand, right? Because the stick is in my strong hand, I'm used to using this bottom hand to really pull it through. Now it gets really hard for me, even though my left hand is technically my dominant hand, right? Now when it's on the bottom of the stick, that's actually harder for me. So it's kind of a funny thing because you recognize that your technically dominant hand is not as strong as you think when it's on the bottom. So we want to make sure that we're working on not only the top half of our, the top hand on our stick here, working on the snap, but also the bottom hand because it's going to become so important as we go to snap through with both hands now. Okay, so what we're going to do, you're going to do two hands on the stick, okay? Just like we've been working on, get those hips toward the side so that your opposite foot is closest to your target. Our arms are off our body. What you're going to do is you're going to do a big hitch cradle, okay? So our hitch cradle goes from our ear out to the side. It doesn't go out in front of us, okay? Or it doesn't go from ear to ear. We want to keep ourselves in triple threat position like we're about to pass, and then take this top hand and go out to the side. That's our hitch cradle, okay? Then you're going to go with a step, throw, big catch, big hitch cradle, step, throw. Let's get 15 of those righty, 15 of those lefty. Just got myself with some umbrella water. Big hitch cradle. Remember, girls, we don't want to bring that stick out in front of our face. For this one, for a hitch cradle, keep it back behind our head. Should go out and in, out, in. Our top hand is going to be doing a little bit of the work, while our bottom hand, notice my bottom hand kind of does like a circling motion. Both of them work together to keep this stick in triple threat position, ready to throw. Nice job. Good, Rachel. Way to keep those elbows big. Nice job, Lauren. Good, Lola. Nova, great job. 15 and 15. Good work, girls. Keep those hands nice and low on our shaft as well. Give yourself a little bit more motion. Good, Izzy. Nice, Rachel. 15 and 15. Alrighty, girls. As we're coming back to the screen, we're going to type in the chat. We asked this last week, but I'd like to know how you're feeling today. Another word for good, a juicy word, a different word than you used last week. How are we doing today? Great, fantastic, fabulous, fantabulous. Wow, the Olivias are getting creative here. Amazing, glorious. That's a good one. Extraordinary, noise. Lauren, what does that mean? That's a new one. I like it. All right, well, we're going to turn those frowns upside down if we got any frowns out there. I am super excited to be here, so I'm loving all those creative words. Wow. All right, so what we're going to get into next is we're going to work on some fakes here. So let's work. You're going to go 2 hands on your stick. You can go high fake, face dodge, low fake, throw. Okay, so you want to hit all sorts of different spots here. Try and get your stick up to the sky in triple threat position. Then bring your hands across your body. Then bring your hands back behind your body and low, and then bring them up to throw. Okay, high, face dodge, low, throw. My opposite foot is always forward. We're going to do 15 of those righty, 15 of those lefty. Keep those hands nice and low on your shaft. Sell each fake. Good, girls. When we do that low fake, remember, try and bring it out next to your hip instead of out in front of you. So don't bring that stick out in front of you when we do that low fake. Keep it next to your hip so that you can come right back up and throw. Nice job, Lola. Nice, Sophia. Good, Bella. Good job, Greta. Keep it up, Izzy. That low fake looks really good. Good. Nice work, girls. Bring those hands all the way across your other shoulder. When you do that face dodge, twist those shoulders like we've been talking about with our stick work. Nice, Riley. Good lefty, Sophia. That looks good. Keep it up, Olivia. Good. There you go, Addie and Annika. Nice job. Good job, girls. 15 and 15. Bring those hands all the way across. Nice work, girls. Looking really fluid with this stick work here. That's a good sign. Nice job, Gretchen. Keep it up. All right. Once we're finishing those up, okay, we're going to make sure that we're obviously getting a lot of reps with both hands here. We're also going to start to shoot with both hands after one more thing here, okay? So on our pitch back, what we're going to work on is our sidearm pass, okay? So you're gonna do it in the 3 steps I think that we talked about in the last sessions. You're gonna do a ball fake, then you're going to bring your hands off your hip, okay? So super important, you wanna bring them right off your hip. Both your hands come off to the side. If your bottom hand comes closer to your belly button, it brings your top arm in tight, and then we're gonna end up pushing the stick. Don't wanna do, we wanna make sure that we get a lot of reach so that we can push-pull with both of our wrists, okay? So what you're gonna do, 3 steps here. Face where you're throwing, just like this. Ball fake out. Second step, bring your hands off your waist. All right, nice and low. And then you're gonna step, snap, right from there. Try not to bring your stick back up to throw. It's gonna be uncomfortable. You wanna try and throw it from here across. Wherever your top hand and stick head points to is where the ball is gonna go, okay? So notice as I do this motion, it's a push and a pull motion with my 2 wrists. Okay, so let's try that out. We're gonna do ball fake, hands off our body, step, snap with a sidearm pass. Okay, we're gonna do 15 righty, and yes, we're gonna try 15 lefty too. It's gonna be really uncomfortable, but try and work through the steps, nice and slow. Feel it out. Good. If it feels easy, try and drop those hands a little bit lower. Nice job, Lola. That's good focus there. Good, Nova. Make sure we're releasing it from next to our hip. Try not to bring it up. Good job, girls. Try and bring those hands low. So the lower we can get our hands on our shafts here, the more reach we're going to be able to get with this sidearm pass. So try to slide those hands down. Good, Melissa. Nice. Good job, Riley.
What are we doing?
We're doing sidearm passes.
I'm sorry, our iPad overheated.
Oh, it overheated? Oh, that's okay. Don't worry. Yeah, we're doing sidearm passes, okay? So ball fake out in front. Bring your hands off your body, and then you're going to sidearm pass. We're going to do 15 and 15. So 3 steps are face your pitch back, hands off your side, and you're going to step and snap from the side. Okay, so you want to throw the ball from down here. It's as if you can't get your pass off regularly because someone's all over your stick. So you have to change your levels and throw around them, or change your levels, get your goalie to drop low and shoot it high. Nice job, girls. There you go, McKenna. Nice job, Ella. 15 with our right hand, 15 with our left hand. Try to drop those hands off your waist, okay, so that you're reaching all the way off with that top hand. Want to get that extension, so it shouldn't be in tight next to your body. Off. Nice work, girls. Good job, girls. Keep it up. Once we're done with 15 and 15, you can come on back. All right, girls, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna get shooting, okay? So we're gonna get to some shooting mechanics here. Again, let me just reiterate, if you don't have a cage or a bunch of balls in your backyard, that's totally okay. I still want you to work on the motions of everything, okay? So if you don't have anything to kind of throw a ball into or throw at a target, you can definitely do this at the pitch back if you'd like, just to work on the accuracy, but some of these things are gonna involve a full follow through, okay? So if you have something that, so if you can't fully follow through, all right, you wanna make sure that we can do that. So if some of these reps, we're talking about a follow through and you only have a pitch back, let's just do this one without a ball so that you can work on that full follow through motion, okay? Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start, you're gonna do 10 reps with your right hand and 10 reps with your left hand. Now, if you have a cage or where your cage is gonna be, this is what you're gonna do, okay? So if you guys are my cage, you're gonna get both knees down on the floor, just like this. And you're gonna be facing the cage, okay? So your hips are square, your shoulders are square, everything's square. You're gonna have 10 balls in a pile for your right hand, 10 balls in a pile for your left hand, or just do 10 reps, okay, if you only have one ball. So what you're gonna do, you'll pick up a ball. Most importantly, we're gonna focus on what our elbows are doing here, okay? Obviously, we don't have the bottom half of our body to work with because we're on the floor. So that's important. We're gonna be building that up. Now, what we're gonna do here, if I keep my arms in tight like this, I'm not gonna be able to get any power. My shots also aren't gonna be as accurate to the corners as I would like them to be. So this back arm needs to get off of our body like we were talking about with our one-handed throws, okay? A big L shape, and I'm also reaching back like I'm throwing either a football or a baseball, okay? So I don't want it out in front like this. I wanna reach it all the way back like this. Nice big back arm. Then when I grab the stick with my bottom hand, okay, on the butt of the stick, this front elbow is gonna be your best friend whenever you're shooting, okay? Whether you're shooting on the run or whether you're stepping down and shooting. We're gonna use it to aim to our corners, okay? It's gonna be your tour guide. So what I mean by that is, okay, if you point, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go top left corner, top right corner, top left corner, top right corner with each and every ball. You're gonna alternate. Now what you'll do is, if you're going for, so if I'm going for that corner up there of my screen, my front elbow should point me to that corner. Okay, notice what that does to my shoulder, notice what it does to my stick. It lines it up perfectly so that when I pull through, it's gonna go perfectly to that corner. Same thing goes for the next one, okay? It's gonna look totally different. I'm gonna get my front elbow up to that corner, twist like this, twist the top half of my body, and I'm gonna snap through, okay? Our snapping motion, obviously we can't get a full follow through yet because we're on the ground. I want you to snap both your hands through to the corner and finish your stick pointing at where you wanna shoot it, okay? So if we're going top left, top right, each rep, make sure that we reset, make sure everything's right, and then snap through, okay? If we're doing this with a ball and on our cage, remember that these aren't gonna be the hardest shots that we can take. We're working on our accuracy here and what our arms are doing. You're gonna do 10 righty, 10 lefty. Go ahead, let's try this out. Keep both those knees on the ground and reach back. If you don't have a ball and you're doing this without a ball, I don't wanna see this. Like speed round, I wanna see, pretend like you pick up a ball, reach back, and then snap. Give yourself like a little pause in between, and then snap, okay? Make it a little realistic so that you're working on the full motion. Good work, girls. Make sure our hands are low on our shaft here. Good, Gretchen, awesome job. Now try and do a little bit more of either way, whichever way you shoot, right? Try to take this bottom hand and finish in your opposite pocket. So if I start over here, comes across, finishes here, rather than, ooh, I hit my umbrella, rather than right underneath your armpit. Okay, so pull them across like this and then finish. Yeah, that's perfect. It's almost like an over-exaggerated motion. Good job. Riley, I'm liking the shirt, girl. I just saw that. Good job, girls. Good. Way to set those arms up, Olivia and Violet. You too, McKenna. Good job. Nice job, girls. 10 reps with our right hand, 10 reps with our left hand. Make sure we're reaching back in between everyone. I know it's tough when we don't have balls or a net to work on because it doesn't feel realistic, but we want to make sure that we're getting everything, developing great habits here. So even if we don't have a ball, the way that we do it with just our stick is going to develop those habits when we do end up back on the field. Great job. All right, girls, when we're done with that, let's type in the chat here, okay? So I was just talking separately with some players about this, but when we follow through, okay, or even when we just snap our wrists, where should this bottom hand finish? Should it finish like in my armpit, by my belly button, or in my opposite pocket? What do we think? Woo! Yes, awesome. Love it, right? So sometimes, especially when we are kind of working on, like, if I'm really close to the cage and I'm just working on my shots by myself, all right, and I have no goalie, no defenders on me, whatever it might be really comfortable for me to just like finish like that, okay, and just stop my follow through, or even finish like this, okay, because I know that I can ultimately get the shots to the corners like that. Now, when we get into the game-like situations, we want to ultimately, the way we think about shooting and the way we think about shooting practice is you want to be able to hit the same corner. If you had to take 10 shots to the same exact corner, you want to be able to hit at least 9 out of 10 of them in the exact same spot. And the only way that we can do that, the only way we can be that consistent is if our form is exactly the same every single time, right? So sometimes if we go, sometimes we finish like this, sometimes we finish in our opposite pocket, sometimes we finish and we stop short with our follow through, okay? We're not gonna have that consistency with our shots. So our shot form wants to be exactly the same every single time. That's what we're working on building up here, okay? Great job. Love the answers. You girls are crushing it. We're gonna go into the next round here. So what you're gonna do, we're actually gonna stay on our knees, but it's gonna be one knee down and you're gonna be sideways now. So what I mean by that is, if you girls are my cage, okay, I'm gonna have my opposite knee up and closest to the cage. So if I'm in my right hand here, this is my left leg, it's gonna be up like this. You're gonna pick up a ball, okay, we're gonna do 10 reps righty, 10 reps lefty like this. And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna shoot for that opposite top corner. So notice that big motion I have to get here. I have to twist the upper half of my body a lot to get that ball all the way across. That's a motion that we need to work on when we're shooting. Okay, our top half of our body, if it stays really stiff, I'm only gonna be able to get it over there or to the middle of the cage. Now I wanna make sure that my elbows get up, my front elbow gets up over to that corner, okay? And you're not gonna have the bottom half of your body to help you. You wanna be able to twist and snap across. Again, our bottom hand's gonna pull to our opposite pocket, and our top hand is gonna snap through to our corner, okay? So our opposite leg is up, you're facing the side. Now you're gonna get those elbows up, top opposite corner only. 10 reps righty, and then for lefty, flip around, other way. Opposite top corner, it should feel really uncomfortable to get it there. Again, if we don't have balls, make sure that we reset in between every rep, as if we have balls. Make sure those elbows are up and big. And when we finish, if we don't have balls, I want you girls to finish and pause. Make sure wherever your stick head is pointing to is where you want that ball to go. Give yourself like a 3-second pause and then pick up another imaginary ball. Pause. Good, Lola. Nice job, McKenna. This should feel uncomfortable. Try to slide those top hands down a little bit. You'll get a little bit more snap. Good work, girls. Make sure those hands are low. Good, Rachel. Keep that up. Good, Olivia and Violet. Crushing it, girls. Awesome, Riley. Keep it up, Sophia. There you go, Gretchen. Good job. Nice, Riley. All right, 15 and 15, then come on back. Awesome. Okay. Next one, girls. So we're going to start on our knees. Actually, I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself. We're going to stand up here. Okay? We are going to face where we're shooting. Okay? But you're not going to use the bottom half of your body yet. So we're going to be on our legs. Okay? We're going to be on our feet here. You're going to keep your feet and your hips and your shoulders. Everything is square to the cage. So if you girls are my cage here, everything's square. I'm going to keep my feet glued into the ground. Okay? They're not going to move. So there's going to be no baby steps. I'm not going to kind of like twist them like this. I'm going to keep them glued into the ground, and I'm going to pick up a ball, okay? And I'm going to work on my upper half of my body, snapping through. Now, this is where our follow-through is going to come in, okay? So we talked about our bottom hand coming to our opposite pocket, right? Now our top hand needs to finish through as well. So we want to snap through to our corner and then finish down, okay? So we get our elbow up, we find our corner. We're going to do the same thing. Top left, top right, top left, top right. Find your corner, snap through, and on the way through to the opposite pocket, you're gonna make sure that the head of your stick is down by your opposite ankle, okay? So every time you finish a shot, or every time you finish an imaginary shot, I want you to pause for 2 seconds at the bottom of the follow through, okay? So if I shoot from here, I'm gonna pause, I'm gonna check 3 things. 1, my feet didn't move. 2, my bottom hand is in my opposite pocket. And 3, my stick head is down by my opposite ankle. Okay, so for each one of them, I want to make sure that I get it to the corner, pause, make sure 1, 2, 3, I'm good. Okay, next one, next corner, same thing, snap through to that one and then follow through. Okay, we're gonna do 10 reps righty, 10 reps lefty. Try not to move those feet. It's gonna feel really uncomfortable. Reach those arms big. Good, I'll do a couple as well on my cage if anyone needs to watch. Pull both those hands through. You're snapping through to your corner first, then make sure both your hands finish down. Good, girls. Remember, snap through to the corner first. So it should sometimes feel like 2 different motions, the snap and then the follow through. That's okay to get used to it, but make sure you snap first and don't just go straight through to your hip, because that's when we lose control. So snap, snap, and follow through. Snap, snap, and follow through. Good work, girls. Gretchen, that looks awesome. Keep it up, Olivia. Try to reach those hands a little bit lower. Good. Reach those arms back. Make sure this back arm reaches back like this. Strong back arm. Good, Kimberly. All right, 15 and 15, and then come on back. Okay, girls. All right, before we get into the next one, we're going to type in the chat for me. I want to know what's something new that you learned, or a new hobby, or something really exciting that you did during the last couple months being at home. Did anybody find a new hobby or something that they really liked, or a new Netflix show, or something new? Share with me. You had 3 snails? Did you find them or did you buy them? Oh, very nice. What are their names? And Kara, you got a new puppy? What kind of puppy? Clay art, that's awesome. Puzzles, crafts, very cool. Pottery, painting. Wow, you guys are creative. This is awesome. Did anybody, oh, who's playing the guitar? That's really cool. That's on my bucket list. It's hard, right? Got a new fish, more tennis. Oh my goodness. Wow, lots going on during quarantine for you guys. That's awesome. Very, very cool. Well, happy belated birthday, Bella. I've been going on lots of walks and bike rides too. Has anybody been tie-dyeing a lot? Nice. There you go, Olivia. My sister did a whole batch of tie-dyeing, and now I have tie-dye everything. Okay. All right, girls. Awesome. Love to see that we're getting new hobbies and making sure that we're getting out and being active. I love it. Okay. So next one we're gonna do, okay, we're gonna put a couple things together now. What was type it in the chat for me. What is the one thing that we haven't used yet? What part of our body haven't we used yet in our shooting? Yes, awesome. Okay, so our feet, our legs, our lower body. Okay, so the motion that I just did right there. Okay, a lot of times when we go to shoot, whether we're on the run or we're stepping down, especially. Okay, a lot of times we're going to be on like a sideways diagonal motion, and we're going to have to turn ourselves towards the cage. Okay, and a lot of that not only necessarily just comes from the top half of our body, but we're going to get extra power, extra snap if we can also snap our hips through. Okay, and that's going to come from how we step and how we kind of get our hips to come towards the cage as we follow through. So what we're gonna do here is you're gonna start with your back to the cage, a ball in your stick, okay? So, all right, you're gonna go exactly like this. So I'm gonna use my real cage as to show it to you girls. You're gonna start exactly like this, a ball in your stick, okay? Your back is to the cage. You're gonna toss it up and you're gonna give yourself a big pass up top here. Okay, when you catch it, you're gonna take one big step. And that step needs to make sure that you open up your toes, pointing towards the corner that you wanna shoot to, okay? Now, if I step when I step and shoot, and if I step with my foot sideways, I'm not gonna be able to get my hips fully through. I'm not gonna be able to get my full follow through and full power into the shot. So as I step, I wanna make sure that my toes turn towards the cage. And as I step, I'm going to put all my weight onto that front leg so that my hips turn towards my shot. Okay, so what this is going to look like, just like this. You're going to do 10 to your right hand and 10 to your left hand. It's going to look exactly like this. So your back is to the cage. Toss it up, catch, eyes, elbow, step, shot. Okay, but don't hit your fence like me. Big thing. I said a pattern there. Okay, you want to catch it first. Then get your eyes around, okay? If we don't get our eyes around, we're just gonna be shooting it without looking. We always wanna make sure our eyes go first. So catch, eyes, elbow, set, follow through, okay? Make sure we put all of our weight onto that front leg. That's gonna allow us to snap those hips through. So remember though, just like we just worked on, our follow through should finish all the way down, past our opposite hip, okay? And our stick head should be all the way down past our opposite ankle, all the way through. These shots should be a little bit harder now because you're really working on pulling that follow through. And even if you're shooting without a ball, you should feel that huge whip, okay? So you should hear a little bit of a whip motion with your stick if you don't have a ball. It should be just like that. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but good. Make sure, again, like pause that follow through so that you know everything finished where it was supposed to. Focusing on little details here today instead of just lots of reps over and over and over again. Good, catch first. Good, so Olivia, if you're gonna go with that left hand, toss it up and turn over your right shoulder. So turn the other way. So if it's left hand, turn over your right shoulder. Yeah, there you go, perfect. Much better, a little less awkward, right? Good. Nice job, girls. Finish those follow-throughs. We really want to snap through. Good, girls. Try not to bring that stick back up after you shoot right away. Try and finish that follow-through. Over-exaggerate it. Gretchen, awesome. Good job, McKenna. Good, Sophia. Make sure that bottom hand comes through. Good job. All right, 10 and 10. 10 righty, 10 lefty. Looking good, girls. All righty, girls. Awesome job. Almost done here. Okay. All right, girls. So this one's a little bit tough here. So what we're going to work on is we're going to get back down on one knee, but then we're going to end up standing up. Okay. So it's a kind of a funny motion, but you're ultimately only going to take 2 steps every time you shoot it. Okay. And we're going to work on loading up the power with our legs and using it when we shoot. Okay. So we're going to go back into that motion like we had before, where we were to the side, our opposite knee is up. Okay. And instead of shooting from here, what you're going to do, you'll pick up a ball, get ready to go. You're going to make sure all your weight is on this front leg here, and you're going to bounce up to your back leg and then step in and shoot. Okay. So it's like a big bounce. You jump up, load up, step, and follow through, okay? So it's a bounce back, step in, and shoot. Make sure that follow through goes all the way through. The idea behind this one here is that you wanna really make sure you put all your weight onto that front leg as you come through and shoot. That's gonna help you generate all that power into your shot, all that momentum into your shot. Okay, we're gonna do 10 righty, 10 lefty. We're going to the top opposite corner. So our opposite leg is up so that we can bounce back. Good, girls. There we go. Nice, Kylie. Good, Olivia and Violet. Finish those follow-throughs all the way down past that opposite ankle. Work on that full motion. Good, Lola. Try to start with your other leg up so that you can step onto your opposite foot when you come up and shoot. There you go. So bounce back to your left foot and then step in and shoot. Nope, you had it right. Go to start up with yeah, there you go. Bounce back and then step and shoot. Awesome job, girls. Nice, Riley. Keep it up, Lauren. Good job, Bella. Keep it up, Eve. Good. Make sure we're stepping onto our opposite foot. If we're shooting and we're stepping with the same foot, so if we're shooting with our right hand and we're stepping with our right foot, we want to make sure we switch that up, okay? So we want to step with our left foot if we're shooting with our right hand. Good, Olivia and Violet. Awesome job, girls. 10 and 10. Make sure we finish those follow-throughs, especially if we're shooting on a cage. These should be nice and powerful here. Load up those legs, snap your wrists, and also snap your hips. Good, Rachel. Nice job, Lauren. That looks really good. Okay, girls, awesome job. We got 2 more things to round this out. Okay, we're really working on breaking down every single mechanic of our shot here. And I think this is so important. This is a progression that I do every single time that I start like a shooting workout or anytime I get out on the field and I'm going to go shoot. This is a progression that I do. I don't just kind of like get out there and start running around and shooting. I make sure that I do this so that I can make sure that my elbows are locked in, my shots are locked in, my follow through is locked in. I focus on every little part of it so that when I get into the real game like reps, everything's kind of dialed in and ready to go. All right. So, next thing, last 2 here. Okay. First one, we're going to work on a crow hop motion. Okay. So, for those of you who don't know what a crow hop is, it's really just a motion that allows you to set your feet up so that you can step down and shoot the ball. It's something that's very, very popular in the men's lacrosse game, but not heavily taught at the young ages in the women's lacrosse game. Okay, so I think it's so, so important because as you get to higher levels, you need to be able to use this crow hop to not only step down and shoot it with all of your power, but also to be able to use it as a wind up for a dodge and then be able to go a different way. So what it's going to be, it's all about your footwork here. Okay, so if you're in your right hand, what the footwork is going to do is going to be left, right, left. Okay, so it's 3 steps. Now notice as you step, okay, so if everyone's in their right hand right now and they're doing it with me, you're going to take 1 step to your right. Everything is, 1 step with your left foot. Everything is to the side here. So you're winding yourself up. Then your right leg is going to come behind your left foot. And then as you step through with your left foot, you're following through. Okay, so notice I'm here. Full speed, it'll look left, right, left. Okay, so it's kind of like it's almost like a shuffle motion, but your back leg is coming behind your other leg. So in order to get that motion through. So I want you girls to focus on doing this nice and slow at first, especially if you don't have a ball. So make sure your arms are big, your face to the side, left, right, left. Make sure that last one, your toes are pointing towards your cage so that you can follow through. If you have a cage, try to speed it up and get a full follow through as you go. If anyone needs to watch me, let's get 12 reps on each hand. Okay, 12 reps on each hand. Anyone needs to watch me, I'm going to do a couple live ones here. Good job, girls. Focus on flipping those hips through, really snapping them through with their follow through here. We're doing 12 reps righty, 12 reps lefty. Remember, when we get to that left hand, it'll be right, left foot behind, right. Nice job. Loading up those legs. Good work, girls. Big follow through. These should be the most powerful shots that we've taken all day, but don't lose any of your accuracy. Seems to be a birthday parade going on over here. Awesome job, girls. Finish those follow through. Nice job, McKenna. Good, Olivia. Good job, Greta. Keep that up. Good, Kaylee. Nice, powerful one there. Keep it up, Rachel. 12 and 12. Awesome, girls. Once you're done with 12 and 12, bring it back. I'm gonna grab some balls, and then I'll explain the last one. Okay, girls. All right, now we're gonna put everything all together, okay? So again, like I mentioned, this was a little build-up on purpose so that you could recognize what every part of your body did and how it could really benefit your shots, and make sure that you were really utilizing every part of your body to your advantage in your shots to generate power and accuracy. That's the lethal combination when we're shooting. Okay, being able to hit a corner, but being able to hit the corner nice and hard. Okay, so last but not least, we're going to do a little bit of a dynamic step into our shot. Okay, so it's going to have that crow hop, but what you're going to do is you're going to shuffle back first. Okay, so watch me here. If my cage is over there, all right, I am going to make sure that my opposite foot is forward. I'm going to have my arms ready to go. I'm going to shuffle back once, then I'm going to crow hop in, step, and shoot. Okay, so notice here, I'll do live rep. Okay, my eyes are going to be up, then shuffle back and through. Okay, I'm back, crow hop, step, follow through. These should be your most powerful shots here, but again, want to make sure that our arms don't come in tight. We want to keep them nice and big. Keep that elbow up towards that corner. Make sure that when we step onto that opposite foot at the end, that we snap our hips through and put all of our weight onto that front foot to follow through. Okay. We're gonna do 10 reps righty, 10 reps lefty. Shuffle back, crow hop in, big shot, okay? Make sure if we don't have a ball and we're working without a ball that we finish that follow through. Good, Gretchen, there you go. Make sure we keep our eyes up on our cage. I'll do a couple live reps if anybody needs to watch as well. Good, Olivia and Violet, good job. Good, if we don't have a ball on our stick, as we shuffle back and through, make sure we work on a little hitch cradle, okay? Make sure we're making it realistic as if we had a ball on our stick. Good job, girls. Finish those follow-throughs. Nice job, Gretchen. There you go. Good, Eve. Snap those hips through towards your shot. Kylie, awesome work. Keep that up. Awesome job, girls. Awesome job. Oh, Bella, I'm okay. I'm just old. Old lady pains. I'm good to go. Thanks for asking, though. Awesome. All right. Okay. So, girls, as we're finishing up, we're waiting for everybody to finish. Take your time. Okay. As we are finishing up, okay, big thing that I want to talk about here, we're going to make sure we wrap up with just a little quiz style here. We're going to type our answers in the chat. Now, what part of our body do we use to help square our shoulders and aim to our corners? So it's going to be our tour guide. It's gonna be our tour guide. Yes, that front elbow. Yes, awesome. Okay, our front elbow is gonna be our tour guide to our corners. Okay, so notice, this is just gonna be a little guide for you guys here. Look, if I get my front elbow, so act as if the corner of my screen are my two corners of the cage, okay? So if I'm here, if I get my front elbow up to that corner, notice how my body shifts and I can snap through that way. But I can't necessarily go to that corner if my elbow's over here. Okay, so I got to get this elbow up and over to that corner so that I can shift. What the elbow does is it squares my shoulders to where I want to shoot. We always want to have square shoulders, okay? All right, other than our wrists, what's the other part of our body that we want to snap through when we follow through? Our wrists and our Awesome. Yes, our hips. Okay, so that big motion by turning the bottom half of our body. Yes, 100% on that one. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Where should our bottom hand finish? When we follow through, where should our bottom hand finish? The one that's on the butt of the stick. Yes, opposite pocket. I love that you guys are saying OP. That's so funny. Opposite pocket. Love it. Okay, last question, and then I'll let you girls go. Last question. When you finish your follow through, where should your stick head be? Yes, awesome. I love it. Love it, girls. Love it. Look at that little quiz. And you guys, are you guys out of school yet? Done with school? Yes. All right. And you're out of school. Look at that. It's summer and I'm still quizzing you and you got 100%. Great job. Okay. Crushed a lot of shooting today. Again, like I mentioned, it doesn't matter necessarily what position you play on the field. Shooting is so, so good for your practice because just like you guys just realized, right? Every part of your body has a specific little job, and making sure that the ball goes exactly where you want it to go. And that can work for a lot of different things on the field, whether it's passing, catching, footwork, getting a defender to, an offensive player to turn on offense, just kind of being aware of what your body and your body parts do in order to help you kind of accelerate there. All right. Great job today, girls. Hope to see you guys next week. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a great
Thank
day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye, girls.